Take us back to June the 7th, ahead of the game, because you'd had such an amazing run to the final. Were you quietly confident?
I was, and I remember coming in and saying, how did the other semi-final go? And they said at the moment Baal's beating Fiorentina. I went, oh good, I think we might have a better chance against Baal than Fiorentina. And next time we come out, they said Fiorentina have won the game. I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be much tougher. So I went into it knowing that our record in Europe had been pretty good, we'd done okay, but this was probably going to be one of our biggest tests. And obviously Fiorentina, I had played against them before with Everton, and they had knocked me out in penalty kicks in the quarter-final of the Europa League. So Fiorentina maybe, I was worried that maybe, is it one of these bogey teams I've got?
When Said Ben scored the penalty there, what was going through your mind at that point? Did you start to believe this could be your night? I
always believed that we had a good chance of winning the game. When Said went up to take the penalty kick, he's been so good with him, I felt confident that we would get it. But I never knew how the game was going to go after that, and obviously they got back into it as well. I was more disappointed that we'd sort of lost a goal. I thought in the end it wasn't a great goal to give away. So we had to go and do it again, and I'm thinking to myself, look, this is probably going to go to penalty kicks or extra time, and how's this going to go? I just felt that the game was going to be tight. I didn't think there was going to be an awful lot between the teams. There was going to be small margins quite often, which there is.
That moment when Jarrod Bowen gets that goal, when he's going for the goal, it must have taken forever to almost go. What was
I can still remember the feeling of that. I was walking down as if to say, come on. And Jarrod was in good form, scoring form. I thought, go on, and he's someone who wants to score. It's a great moment, it really was. And look, one will remember. I'll remember greatly as a manager. For West Ham as a football club, brilliant moment, because let's be fair, I don't think West Ham have been round too many cup finals, and then to get one in Europe, even more special, and more importantly to go and win it.
There's a lovely moment as well when you put that medal around your dad's neck. What did he say to you?
My dad comes to games, he's been a great support, went to most of the games in Europe. My brother took him, and it was great that he got to see them at his age he is. And it was a bit like, it seemed that everybody was down at the pitch, and I saw my dad, so I just said, come down, I'll say hello, because I was more worried that maybe I didn't get to see him after the game, or just the whole thing get caught up, we didn't get a chance. So I came down and I put the medal around his neck, and it seemed to hit a note with quite a lot of people.
Oh, it did. And for you personally, I think that game was your 1097th. This was a major trophy for you. Was there a part of you that thought, I'm never going to experience that in this career?
Well, look, when you come to West Ham and you say, I'm going to win a European trophy, I think supporters of other football clubs would have probably laughed at that. But we have done, and we've gone on and done it. So I'm really pleased that we've been able to come and have some effect at West Ham. But when we took over 3-4 years ago, we were relegation, probably in relegation battle. Now we're a team who's getting talked about.
Should we talk about the dancing?
Yeah, you can talk about the dancing.
No regrets. I mean, it was another lovely moment.
None, and if you give me a chance to do it again, I'll be the first one to try that dancing stuff out again.
It was fabulous. When you got back here, I guess you came back to the club. Was that a real hero's welcome?
When we came back, we were able to do an open top bus.
Sure.
It was incredible. It was a beautiful night. Everybody was out. But it got a chance. We brought all the people, all the staff, everybody involved at the club, and I think since I come back, probably one of the biggest things I've been more impressed with is the sort of people who work at the club.
And in terms of that parade, was that the moment where you it sunk into you what it meant to the local community for West Ham to have won in Europe?
It sunk into me as well, the feeling what it must feel for maybe Pep or Josie or Sir Alex, or the moments they must have had throughout their career.
What you've done since in terms of the club and how you look forward. I know the youth team have done really well, haven't they? They did really well in April. It was the FA Youth Cup that they won as well.
Actually, I said to them before they went out, I said, look, you need to show the first team what it's like, that you need to win it, and they won the FA Youth Cup in the final against Arsenal at Arsenal. That was an incredible achievement. You've got to remember, the FA Youth Cup has been one of the big competitions to win as a football club for your young players. It's probably the biggest thing that everybody wants to win. I remember listening to, I'm going to call the people who are sort of compulsive winners or where, put it in the draw, get on, we've got to win the next one. And I hope that's my attitude. I hope that we've qualified for Europe to get through after over Christmas time now. If we can win the group, it would be great. If we don't, it's still an achievement. But the task now is to see if we can win the Europa League, and can we challenge. If we've done well at it for 2 years, why can we not try and knock at the door again and see if we can do it?